if I didn't say it tonight, I don't know when I would have the opportunity to say it, because we have a next meeting, but I think this is very, very important to not only this committee, but to our employees of town. In the past several months, even especially this past month, there's a site called PoliticsOC. And on that site, there have been different things on there, the rights report, the MECA reports, tax collector reports and everything that have been leaked to PoliticsOC.com, which is highly inappropriate at this time. I believe this committee has to look forward to find an investigator, maybe the prosecutor has an investigator to check all of this stuff out, take depositions. I believe only a select few have these reports. I know myself doesn't have these reports. Mr. Gormley, do you have the reports?
I do not have.
Mr. Loesch, I know you have the reports, but I know as of today, talking to the Labor Council, I don't believe you leaked anything.
I didn't.
Okay.
If you're asking the question,
Well, that's what
if you're asking me, I did not leak anything.
When we're talking about the rights report and also tax collector stuff on the internet. Lisa, I believe, are you leaking anything? I believe you requested the reports, but I believe at the time, I think you're banned actually from PoliticsOC.com anyway. Oh, I'm sorry. So, how about that? No? How about now? Nothing? I don't want to scream in the mic. So at this time, Mayor, I need to ask you, of course you have the copy, a select few have copies. Like I said, I don't have a copy, Mr. Gormley doesn't have a copy. Did you leak this information?
Absolutely not.
Okay. Who else has copies of this reports that might have been leaked to the public? I'm going to read you something, and yes, ma'am.
I am sorry, but you had mentioned earlier that you were looking for.
Speak up.
Can you hear me now? Yeah, that is correct.
Yeah, it was that you had mentioned earlier in your statement that you were looking for an investigation.
Yes.
That certainly may be appropriate to conduct such an investigation at this time.
I'm not trying to do the investigation, I'm trying to get people on record here for that investigator. So at this time, I'd like to put on record and read something that actually came off of PoliticsOC.com. Hello, Gavin. This is Deputy Mayor Dave Schlick from Little Lake Harbor. There are other instances of corruption that I will bring forward real soon. Undeniably, instance of cover-up backed up with reports of testimonies both in black and white and tape depositions. So, Mr. Schlick, I know you had these reports and everything. Did you leak these reports to Gavin Rozzi?
I did not leak any reports to Gavin Rozzi or anyone else. I did not leak these reports or any reports to anyone, including Gavin Rozzi.
So, on this accusations, basically, that you're putting down on this paper that came from PoliticsOC.com, you're saying that you have tape depositions, testimonies, and reports. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
Okay. So, Mr. Rozzi, I'm going to ask you now. How you doing, sir? I shouldn't call you sir, you're a lot younger than I am.
Excuse me?
I shouldn't call you sir, you're a lot younger than I am. So Gavin, of course
You know what? I don't think I'm going to call you sir either.
well, that's okay. I get called worse by better.
Mr. Kehm, excuse me, hold on. Let's keep this orderly, right? You are to speak, so I'd like you to speak, and John, you will have the opportunity. I don't want the crowd, marching into this and not letting him be heard at this time.
So I only brought you up.
I will say again, and just as this is a very unusual procedure.
Sure.
I'm I'm sure that Mr. Rozzi is aware and could obtain counsel, but there is no obligation to answer any question.
I'm just going to read him something to ask him if he agrees to it.
May I respond first, and then you can make your statement, and we'll go from there.
Closer to the mic, buddy.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. For those of you who don't know me already, Gavin Rozzi, Lacey Township, New Jersey, editor of Ocean County Politics. Before we go any further, I will say this. It is the general policy of both PoliticsOC.com and Rozzi Media Group. We do not comment on sources, period. You can do your investigation, you can do whatever you'd like to do. I cover my tracks, there's no paper trails, you're not going to find anything. We do not comment on sources, period. I will not confirm or deny the source of anything here. And I think the documents that are up there, especially what we promised today, what we published today, about Mr. Mazzina and the sports tickets being given to the executive director, the former executive director of the MUA. I think those documents can stand on their own, and I think they speak for themselves. And I'm going to leave it at that.
So
Thank
are
you.
we, are we in a... All I was asking Mr. Rozzi was, have you gotten any reports from this township by way of leaks? Because in your statement to someone on this board, it was basically banned from your site, and you know who I'm referring to. So more leaks are coming soon after being banned. You have tried to access this website 8 times. You remember that comment?
Yes, and I'll
Okay.
tell you the context on that. And since you brought this up, I now have to respond. The person who made those, the person that was banned from the website was actually the spouse of Committeewoman Stevens, Kathy McDermott. Ms. McDermott has cyber-stalked me on Facebook. She created a fake Facebook account to slander me and defame me. She sends me emails at 6 a.m. in the morning, 2 a.m. at night. I provided copies of those to multiple people to show, just the character of this individual. And I know that...
I will say this, obviously, you're a private citizen, you can give your own counsel, but I will advise you that this is a public statement, and any statements that you make may, just to be aware that you're making statements.
Yeah, Ms. Cipriani, I extracted the IP address out of the emails that Ms. McDermott was sending to me unsolicited, and I have evidence to prove every single statement that I've made. So, I'm going to leave it at that. The documents speak on their own. Obviously, there's some issues here in Little Egg Harbor, and I'm going to leave it with this. A quote from Supreme Court Justice Louis Brandeis: "Sunlight is the best disinfectant," and I can promise you we're going to be shining a light on the pay-to-play in Ocean County, the issues that we've got here in Little Egg Harbor, and my work has just begun. So thank you.
Again, Mr. Rozzi, doesn't tell the truth, and he doesn't prevail the truth in his reports and everything on PoliticsOC. That's confirmed from this past June. So at this time, I would like to make a motion that we look for an investigator, preferably a retired prosecutor, to come down here to investigate these leaks that are going out to PoliticsOC at this time. I think it's really necessary for not only the committee, but also our employees in town that have been affected by this. So Mayor, if I may, make that motion.
Let me suggest this. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Try this.
Can you hear me now? The mic doesn't work? Is it working now? Is it working now? Is it working now? I think at this time, the merits of any investigation or hiring anybody just off the cuff based on the interaction between a reporter, right, and one of our township critters is not inappropriate, but I think the timing is off. Right? The merit of hiring one should be discussed at an executive session in the future, and then come back with a recommendation and a resolution to approve one. At this time, I think this is not the right time to do it.
That's fine.
I actually think instead of hiring an outside attorney, we should just bring the Attorney General's office down, and it doesn't cost us anything.
And Gene, I believe Ms. LeBou actually got the report from Freud. How about now? How about now?
I am aware of the report that you received from Labor Council, as that was the report of council, and it would be appropriate to discuss that in the executive
Okay,
session.
sounds good.
John, any other
Thank you.
comments?
No, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.